Good morning, student. Today, under the statics for economics for the 11th class, under the chapter of the collection of data, we have the second part. In the first part, we discuss about the some basic concepts like primary and the secondary data, and some of the modes of the collection of data, like personal interview, mailing questionnaires, than phone interview. But in this part, we will discuss some of the facts that you have in your reality, in your daily life. You feel that we have connected with the data collection. So, first we have a census. You student, you have to remember this word, the census. When we listen the word census, we always talk about the Census of India. That we talk about the later or in the last part of India, the last part of this chapter. But what is census? Census is also a survey, also a part of survey. Under the census, when every element of the population is included in the survey, that is called census. In India, the census is conducted after the every 10th year. There is also a separate body. Some of the organizations are also connected with the Census of India, but that is also have a NSS that who conduct the census in India. And the last census in India, that is in the 2011, and the next year in the 2021 we have a next census. So census is conducted after the every 10 years. Under the census we have some of the great demographic facts that we known by the census, like what is birth rate, what is the death rate, and what is the life expectancy ratio. We also get the knowledge about the size and the composition of the population. We know about the employment, unemployment, gender ratios. These facts are known only by the census. So census is what if we include each and every individuals, then that is called census. So census that is conducted in the 2011, under this census we get some of the facts that Indian total population is 121.09 crore, and in previous census from 2011, that is 2001, in that time we have 102.87 crore population. So in the century back, it means 1901, that time Indian population is 23.83 crore. So we get almost 90 crores from this side, from this period of 100 years. And if we talk about the average annual growth rate, that is 2.2 crore every year or annual. So this talk about the census. Census is if we count the whole person or each individuals, then that is census. Now, what is population and what is sample? The two facts. Look at the pictures, the round figures, that we are counting the total. We are counting the every person that is in the bigger circle. That is called the population. The population is also called the universe. Under the universe, total of all items are under the study. All items are included in that. That is called population. That is in the statics. Population is a different word, but in the population in the statics have a different meaning, means the total. All items are included that. It also have a universe. Universe have a different meaning in the statics. Under the statics, It has a meaning when we count each element, that is called universe, that is called population. But if we talk about the sample, sample is when we pick 1, 2, 3. Here, look at the pictures. From each color in the small circle or the dotted circle, we take a one figure. That is called sample. Sample is a representative sample. One by one, we take the 5. That is called sample. Now, both have a different uses. If we want to study the whole, we want to study the total, we want to go the correct solution, then population method is best. In this method, all data are collected. More detail is here if it is only employed when a small area is there. When we have to collect the data in a small area, in the small city, then we can use it. Otherwise, in the vast areas or the large areas, it is too much time consuming. Too much time is wasted there. So, on the other sides, in the sample, representative samples are taken. Like from these pictures, we have taken the figures of colors. 5 colors figures are there. We take the each figure is there. That's so 5 representative samples are collected. According to these representative samples, the data is collected and result is taken. Under this, we have to remember that the result that is reasonable, accurate, is near to accurate or reasonable accurate. It is less cost effective because you have to not to count each and every individual. You just take the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and take a sample from them. So it is a less time consuming. On the other side, it is less cost effective. It is a cost effective. So we not need any trained person to collect the data. We just the less trained person is also able to collect the data. So you can get the meaning of this. Now we have under the sample we have 2 things. That is, first is random, second is non-random. So this is the random sampling. Random sampling is also called the lottery. You have to pick the word lottery. In the lottery, there are the too many numbers are there, and the first, 2, second, third prize is taken. That is also have a lottery. In the lottery system, each and every have its own number. Like in this, the cards have a 1 to 9 numbers, and you have to pick the only 3. When you pick the 1, if you pick the 1 number, then rest 8 is there, and if you from the 8 you have a equal chances are there which number is picked the next. If you pick the third time when you are going to pick any card, then next 7 number have a equal chances for the selection. So under the sample method, we have the number, we have the sample, but it is depend on the numerator. When he is going to collect the data, he gives equal stress on the all numbers, and all numbers have the equal chances to be selected. You have to remember that each number have the equal chances to be selected. Means you have to talk about this in the mathematics, in the probability, when the each have the probability to selected. In the same we have in the random, when picking the selection is there, each and every individual has a chances to be selected, equal chances. That is called random. It is also called the lottery system. It is also used in the exit poll during the period of election, when the reporters or the channels have to pick the exit poll results. They pick the sample from small units of a constituencies and take the result. That is result is also have a sample that is called that is used in the random sampling, when they have the equal chances for the selection. Then another is a non-random. First we take the example. Here we have a yard. In that yard, there are the small balls are there. We have a different color balls are there. And what ball you pick the next after the fifth ball? If you want to pick the sixth? It is depend on you have a no equal chances which color ball you are going to pick. That is called random. Then the enumerators or the investigator pick the data, pick the area, pick the sample according to its own ways, interest or judgment, purpose or the base of his own intelligence. That is called non-random. So there is a difference between the random and non-random. In the random sampling, the enumerator or the investigators pick the number and rest number have a equal chances. But in the non-random, there is not a equal chances, and it is depend on the enumerator or the investigator that which number he is going to pick. It is dependent on his own choice. That is called enumerator. Now we have a Census of India. So in India, census are first time conducted by the after the independence. It is collected by the 1951. First time after the independence we collect the census. First time in India it is collected 1881. 1881 it was first time it was conducted in India during the period of British. So it was successfully conducted after the 10 successive years. In the last census that are conducted by in the 2011, and the next census that will be conducted in India, that is 2021. So in India there are it is conducted in the state level, it is also conducted at the national level. So at the central agencies that conduct the census, first we have a National Sample Survey Organization, NSS or NSSO. Then we have a Central Statistics Office, CSO. Then we have a Registrar General of India, RGI. Then we have a Directorate General of Commercial Intelligence and Statistics. Then we also have a Labor Bureau. These 5 bodies collect the census in India, and mostly that is under the NSSO. Mostly census is collected by the NSSO after the 10 years successive period. So under the census, lot of facts are to be thrown out. Lot of facts are that are put on the lights, like what is the gender ratio, what is the employment ratio, what is the life expectancy ratio, what is the birth rate, what is the death rate in India. Also we get the employment. Also we have to get the knowledge about the rural urban population distribution, what is the migration ratios. These kind of facts are known in India by the census. So census also, NSS also publish the data about the census that are published in the Survection newspaper, Survection magazine, journal magazine that is quarterly published in India. They publish the data in that journal magazine. So you have to remember that this is all about the census, and we have to got what is next population in the next census that are conducted in the 2021. We have to wait for that. So we have also if we want to be a part of census, then we have to wait if we are here. So census is conducted in India mostly under the NSS and also the Registrar General of India, who have the duty to publish.